some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you little beast, wanna see some more? Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape. I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you little piece, wanna see some more. I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you little piece, wanna see some more?
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ty Chandler to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing right away. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Deron Bland has it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Escapes the pocket. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Into traffic, complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 27. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
On first down, Warren. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll go again with Warren. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. He's going to throw this one. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The 13-year pro still doing what he does as he puts this through. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Chandler now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. Will cobble together a yard there. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Into the hands of Jefferson, complete.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. McCarthy to throw for it. That's caught beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Along this sideline inside the 25. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just 3-0 is our score. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. It's Vikings ball as we return for the second, and they've got to be thinking points here. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First down, and they go right back to it. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Running it after the penalty. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Gets him 5 back on that first down run. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
2nd and 15. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's got it at the 6. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Trying to run in, Harris. And he drives it forward for a modest gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 5.
Harris will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Offense in the hurry up here.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and
They'll run with Harris. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast.
a loss of a yard.
McCarthy throwing on 4th down. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. Mevis ready to send this one away. Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
First time this game they've looked to it. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it 4th down.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. This one from an even 40 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. that inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Chased out to his right. He's calling his own number again. A solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second and 3 now. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kicked off by Jamon Clark. And the Cowboys get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
One last play before the break. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
Nevis ready to send this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Buys time, rolling right. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That's Flanoy, he's got it. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A run from Warren here to start the third. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Ivan Pace is able to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll try and throw it here. He's got it at the 5. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Throw complete to Warren. And in for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. Forced out to his right. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Chandler now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Going to Harris to start the half. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First down now. Ball at the 39-yard line. They give to Harris from the gun. And that's good for a gain of 5. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. This is Warren, headed right. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. They go play action here. It's caught, Warren. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Warren. He loses the football. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Hey, a normal old stop with 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All set up now for 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. That's complete. He got the feet down, but he goes out right at the line of scrimmage.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. That's one he knows he should have had. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here's a throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. And as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing from the gun here. He's got it to his running back. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Warren's got it, complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Third and 4 coming up now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Warren running between the tackles. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. They failed on a 2-point try earlier, so settling for the traditional point after this time around. And the kick is good. And the Cowboys push the lead up to 12. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Chandler now on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for Vikings. First down.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. After the sack, another pass on second down. Has the connection to Hawkinson. Working quickly here. McCarthy throwing on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning's there to help them, but still need 2 scores and just have that lone timeout left. From the shotgun, McCarthy trying for a touchdown here. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah,
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
This play going under review by the officials. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the air, McCarthy. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. McCarthy looking to throw toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Vikings out of the hurry up, need everyone back to the line.
2nd and goal at the Cowboys.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Warren. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. The Tennessee rookie picks it up. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Cowboys take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys have likely locked up the win right there. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys go up by 19. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Evans now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And with this being their 5th consecutive victory, Brock, it's easy to argue they've been the best team in football over the last month.
ain't seen real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real, I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my day, I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say, yeah, I love you, but keep a look on my eye, cause I